Hi, I'm Mike. Today we're going to talk about air filters, specifically on the Dodge Ram 2011 to 2024 equipped with the 6.7 turbo diesel, the 2500 and 3500 models. There's a lot of issues sometimes with this filter that will create the light to come on the dash telling you to service the air filter, or you get a code. There's a lot happening in the air box that creates that problem. Let's talk about it. Field reports from service providers working on 2011 to 2024 Dodge Rams 25 and 3500 series trucks equipped with the 6.7 turbo diesel engines have identified operating conditions that may affect the engine air filter performance and airflow. These issues are often influenced by environmental exposure, water intrusion, and the design of the intake system. These conditions have been observed frequently enough in certain environments, such as heavy rain or off-road use, to warrant regular inspection. This outlines key contributing factors, including moisture exposure, restricted airflow, and intake hose collapse, and provides inspection and maintenance guidance to support optimal engine performance. These applications utilize an intake system that sources air from behind the passenger side front fender. During wet or off-road driving, rainwater or road spray may enter the intake path and potentially expose the air filter to moisture. This can reduce the airflow through the system and in some cases affect the performance of the vehicle. So now, let's take a look inside the air box. This box came from a 2013 to 2018 with the active air system. There's two air intakes on the box, one coming in from the inner fender well and one coming in from the front of the vehicle. Most of the air comes in from the passenger inner fender well, and this air intake is connected to a flex hose. So I've removed the air box from the vehicle, and I've also removed the actuator. I'm going to use a screwdriver to demonstrate how the air flows in the box. Every once in a while, you'll get that engine light coming on telling you to service the filter, but it's not always the filter, and this is why I want to explain this. There's a flex hose connected to the primary intake. Most of the air will come from the inner fender well, okay? However, when there's a high demand, the actuator shuts one trap and opens another, getting more air coming in at 60 miles an hour, okay? Feeding that turbo. However, if the actuator is defective, if it's a rainy day, there's a lot of moisture in the air or water, a lot of moisture will come in there or rainwater, and it will saturate the filter with water, again getting the light to come on the dash or sometimes creating a code. So the few things to verify: number one, make sure the actuator motor works. Number two, there are two drain holes at the bottom. Make sure they're not clogged, accumulating water, again moisturizing the filter. And then there's also issues with the flex tube, sometimes collapsing on the side, restricting the airflow in the system. Again, getting that light to come in the dash, telling you to service the filter. And all these conditions have nothing to do with the air filter. It's just other parameters affecting that system, making that light come on. Now that we've talked about the filter box, it's time to talk about the filter. Now you can see from these pictures that a lot of these filters become damaged and deformed because they get exposed to moisture. What has happened is water has entered the intake box, causing severe damage to the filter. When the filter gets wet, the filter deteriorates, causing permanent damage to its shape and performance, and the filter is never going to return back to its original shape. In extreme cases, you may see partial filter collapse or displacement, which can affect nearby components in the engine. The damaged filters are often attributed to poor filter design and manufacturing, when in reality, filter damage is often caused by a poor filter box design. Once the air filter is damaged, it can cause several issues. The engine can experience reduced engine power or hesitation when pulling a heavy load. System alerts may include false air restriction indicators and intake-related dashboard warning lights or diagnostic trouble codes. Our Napa filters are engineered without glue beads. However, it should be noted that after extensive testing, our engineers have determined that these air filters perform the same with or without glue beads. Also, you'll notice how stiff the media is on the Napa filter. It has more pleats than other filters, and it is stamp fluted for added strength and durability. Now let's talk about recommended service. At every oil change, I would inspect the entire system. I would clean the air box and make sure the drain holes are clear to ensure moisture and water can evacuate properly. I would examine the air filter for signs of water exposure, particularly after a heavy rain or water crossing or dusty off-road use. I would inspect the intake hose between the wheel well and the air box for soft spots, pinching, deformation, or clogged, making sure the air gets to the air box. And finally, with the vehicle off, I'd verify that the primary active air system flap is in the open position. If it's not, I'd want to consult my local dealer. Napa Gold air filters are designed to perform in demanding conditions, but things like dust, moisture, and how the intake system is set up can affect how well it works. That's why it's a good idea to check it regularly. Routine inspections will keep your engine running smoothly and prevent expensive problems. Well, there you have it. From all of us at Napa, I hope this video helps, and we'll see you on the next one.